So even though fans like myself and John to my left believe the season is over for the Washington Commanders in 2025, the coaching staff quite has not gotten to that point. As if you heard Dan Quinn's press conference, he is speaking as if the season's not done. So that being said, the Washington Commanders are not giving up on the 2025 campaign. So what is next? That's coming up here on the Burgundy Breakdown. Let's talk about it. Aye. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been rough to say the least. Haven't really been having the motivation to talk about these guys, but we got to get in the swing of it, John, because we'll be wash, rinse, repeat for the next 9 months talking about the same shit. How you doing?
My voice is probably shot by now because we were live Monday night. I was on with Tone, Tim, and Grant last night. We're on tonight. I record Friday, so if I sound shot, it's because I'm on my way.
That's fair. I mean, you have better, dare I say, passion at this point than me, because I'm out of it, man. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and act as if I'm gonna stop making videos or whatnot.
Right.
But like that same drive that I had prior to the season, it's just like all I'm gonna do is get up here and talk about us losing. And granted, although a lot of people love negativity, I'm a fan. I want to come up here and talk about the good. I want to come up here and talk about how this week was supposed to be revenge for Detroit. This was supposed to be a big game. This was America's game of the week. And now it's going to be a slaughter fest for Detroit.
It got to, like, I looked online because they post ahead of time for Fox News who's getting the regional coverage. Everywhere else is getting Brady and Kevin Burkhardt. It's the DC, Carolina, West Virginia, Maryland sector, the technical DMV sector for Fox Sports is getting the other commentary crew. They went 3-6 Commanders. Nah, Brady, this ain't for you. We're gonna spare you this week.
And so they took us off America's Game of the Week.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Couldn't that, because wasn't that that was originally America's Game of the Week?
It was originally America's Game of the Week.
And now who is it?
Let me double check to see who the other 425 Fox game is.
I can just imagine Dallas is probably in there.
They play Monday, so maybe not.
I thought Philly played Monday.
Yeah, actually, I bet. Yeah, they just aired. So let's see. America's Game of the Week. So it's obviously us and the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was supposed to be us. That can't be right.
Maybe they didn't change it, because I mean, are you gonna put Cardinals, Seahawks on there? Maybe Rams, 49ers. I don't know.
I mean, after the game they just played, I might flex that the Cardinals Seahawks game to America. I might do it.
Wait, so it's not already, because I mean, it's only 3 options, and the only other options would be the Rams, 49ers. So I don't know. Maybe
I'm gonna go double check. I'm double checking.
Maybe we're still.
I should have came with evidence. This one's on me. It's my bad.
You're good, man. I mean, unfortunately, America's gonna have to watch us get slaughtered. But hey, I guess everybody but Detroit, the city of Detroit, will be upset.
Yeah, I know the ratings are gonna be down regardless of this game.
Mm-hmm. Now, had Jaden Daniels been playing, maybe a bit different story. But no Jaden, no Terry, no.
Even if this was the game that Jaden returned on, they would have kept it because it'd be like, oh, he's coming back, and this is gonna be so much fun. But nah.
Yeah. That being said, though, as I hinted, and as it's the title on my side at least, listening to Dan Quinn talk today at the podium, he didn't sound through with the season, and that's not shocking. Right, like, of course, we have punted on the season because we live in reality. All right, we're fans of the team. We're not in the building. We're not there 24/7 like these guys are. we already have came to the conclusion that this season is over. Dan Quinn is not there at this point. As
Yep.
you heard him in the press conference, they didn't put Jaden Daniels on IR. They didn't put Terry McLaurin on IR. They're still talking about turning this thing around and everything. So, John,
Yep.
I ask you, why are they delusional? Like, why can't they just and again, I'm not being fair. I'll say that because I don't expect them to just give up.
No.
But it's like from how they operated at the trade deadline, which granted, we don't have nothing to give, but we'll touch that too. Like
Yep.
they stayed put at the trade deadline. They didn't put their players that are clearly not going to come back anytime soon, which we both feel like they both should be on IR for the rest of the season. They have nothing to play for. From the lack of bringing up younger talent, i.e., is Antonio Hamilton Sr. still around or something like that? Like,
I think he is.
I know we probably don't want to see a Carlin Biggers, but at this point, why not? Right? You bring in
Another
a
rush.
guy, yeah, Darius Rush, right? Like, why not just? And it's so hard. It's so easy for us to say that, but like for them, I just want them to live in reality. And maybe after we get our brains bashed in versus the Lions, they'll start to see that.
Yeah. You were right, Juan. It's the Rams at Niners game that everyone else is getting from pretty much North Dakota, South Dakota, down to Chicago, cut through West Virginia, down to the Carolinas. That's going to be Detroit to Washington with Albert and Vilma, and then Maryland upwards, Carolinas, and then out going west is going to be America's Game of the Week, Rams at 49ers. So you were right. It was the NFC West matchup. But to the actual question, because this coaching staff and Tim and Grant made a good point last night on Tone's live stream. It was the four of us. Dan Quinn's whole motto of this whole team since he came here is never say die. This never say die attitude. We're never not gonna, compete to win. Was it anybody, anytime, anywhere, arrive violently, like because they'll never give up in defeat. But that's part of the problem. When you punt with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, when you're down 38-7, that is a quintessential white flag, and yet you kept Jaden out there, but I digress. They refuse to give up, and nor should they, because they all have jobs on the line. They're all making millions and millions and millions of dollars, which most of us will never see in our lifetimes. But at this point, just put Wagner with a checkboard and go coach some of the other, the younger guys. They already elevated Treylon Burks and Sheldon Day up from the practice squad up. They brought back Gerald Worley, who's now a safety somehow. I thought he was a corner. But 3-6, we play Detroit, and then we play Miami, and then we play a bye week. And I've got some things cooking up coming towards the bye week. We should. The season is not technically over to everyone else's point, but as a fan, you're looking at this like, oh, this is just. I'm already numb to the pain. Like, we had one good year in a decade and a half since RG3's miraculous season, and we saw how that went. And a decade later, this now rinse, wash, and repeat. You can't help just not be numb to the pain.
Yeah, and I think that's a big reason as to why I'm out of it is because I'm so used to it. Right, no longer gone are the days, and it has part to me growing up. Don't get me wrong, but long gone are the days. Am I sitting there in 2017 crying after a Saints game where we blew the lead? Long gone are the days where I witnessed Kirk Cousins break my heart in 2016 where we had a chance to send 3 playoff teams from the NFC East, and Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie's picks off Kirk Cousins. Long gone are the days where I am crying because RG3 tears his ACL, and we lose that playoff game versus Seattle after starting 14. Oh, long gone are the days. I sound like I'm giving a speech.
You're so
but long gone are the days where we witness. A lot of people bring up the Eagles massacre, rightfully so. A lot of people bring up the other Saints game where Drew Brees destroyed us and broke the passing record.
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't no one bring up the Steelers Monday night game? Who remembers that? I think that one, and not to go on a tangent, but this is just my point. Like, long gone are the days where I'm emotional to that point. unless we're competitive. Once we're out of the season, for whatever reason, my body's just like, hey, we've been here before. We know how to protect ourselves, I guess. Heart shield, if you will. But that Steelers game, that was so bad. It was week 1, right? I was so hyped. I had school because it was a Monday. I had school, and it was nothing better than in those days than your team playing on Monday nights, and you go through all day of school and get the like. It was so I was so geeked, and we get destroyed by the Steelers. And Antonio Brown shakes his ass on Monday Night Football.
Man,
I say that to say I'm no longer there. Maybe next season I'll get back there because I mean I was there clearly, right? The Bears game, I was there.
Yeah.
The Falcons game, I was sick to my stomach, literally. Like I couldn't. I was so upset. That Cowboys game, I was upset. The Chiefs game, it was kind of like I expected.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I expected it. Last week, I was just more so, or Sunday rather, I was just more so distraught that Jaden Daniels hurt his elbow, and they keep posting that picture too, man. That shit's pissing me off.
The whole so there are 2 memes running around that from that Seattle game. It's just the picture of Jaden's elbow, and then some degenerate loser Twitter people on Twitter, ironically enough, use the picture of Rio's son, Lil Rio Jr. in his Jaden Halloween costume with the sad face, and like this is the Jaden that showed up on Sunday. And I went, y'all using Rio's kid as a meme? That's diabolical work.
Yeah, for sure. It's you know how the internet is, man.
Yep.
It's a very, very disgusting.
Not even the internet, Twitter, because you don't see half that on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook or TikTok. It's Twitter, and then it's everyone else.
Yeah, that's why I don't use Twitter much. I only have it because of the beat reporters or for my own page, but I don't even use my own page. But yeah, man, it's just been rough, man. And I at this point, I want to lose every game so we can have a better draft pick. But at the same time, I know I sound contradicting, but what if somehow by a miracle they come out there and beat Detroit? I would be pissed. You want to know why I would be pissed? Not because we won, but because, damn it, I would be confused. I'm confused. I'm like a person that's in a bad relationship. And they won't communicate. They won't. They're just leaving me out to dry. Like just. And I know it's not happening. We're going to get destroyed by Detroit.
And then they pick you up in a limousine. Like, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know, chat. We all know it's not happening. We're getting destroyed, and we all believe the season's done. But my question would be like, what would your feeling be if somehow we squeaked it out versus Detroit? I would be pissed because I'm like,
I would be so confused.
What are we doing? You lose to Chicago, you lose to Dallas, you lose to Kansas City, you lose to holy shit. Are we on a 4-game losing streak?
Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds like Ron Rivera if you ask me.
4.
Like I would just be so lost. 4-6. Don't get me, because then that they're roping me back in at that point. Because then if we beat Detroit now, I'm thinking, oh man, if we could run the table, oh man, if we can get that version of Marcus Mariota back out again, we may can do something. This defense with Joe Witt Jr. coming down to the sideline, which I don't think is going to make a difference.
Really.
They're going to rope me back in. So even though I'm over the season and I know we are done, like we're a bad football team, it's over. Can the Lions just completely end it so this coaching staff can catch back up to speed too? Because I'll be damned if they suck me back in. And I know you're probably like, Juan, well, that's your fault. You should know better. Don't go out there and beat Detroit, please. Because then you're just gonna make me look like I don't want to do that no more, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit here and say, oh, well, we beat Detroit, and then now we can. I don't want that.
Beat Miami, and then go to the bye week as 5-6.
Yeah, and then oh man, don't let that happen. Because then if we're sitting at the bye week 5-6, and then we get some good injury news from Jayden, and like I want him to be done for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
please don't make it, because you know they're going to do that, right? Like let's just talk hypothetically for a reason, because the reality of the situation is we know the season's over, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want to sit here 30 minutes talking about the same shit. We know the season's over. We're going to talk about it. We already have talked about it. Hypothetically speaking, I don't want them to win Sunday. I don't want them to win in Madrid. I don't want, because then you start to play. Oh, well, maybe we're 5-6. We're at the bye week. Maybe we reassess Terry. Maybe we reassess Jaden. I'm gonna make a video about this. I think I'm gonna title it Jaden Daniels. We're ruining Jaden Daniels. That sounds more like an off-season video. But I say,
don't put it. No. We've ruined Jaden's sophomore year. There's your title.
You could say it that way, right? But here's why I said that, and you can clip this up if you want. The reason why I do not want Jaden Daniels to come back at all this season, because let's just call it what it is. We are dodging bullets. Like, somebody is letting off straight shots at us, bro. I'm talking about dumping the whole clip at us, bro. Like, they are. And somehow we're dodging and ducking every single shot sent our way. Why do I say that? Jaden Daniels has suffered 3 injuries this year. The knee injury, we all got scared. We all said, uh-oh, what is this? Hopefully it's not nothing serious. We got good news. It was nothing serious. He just was out for a few weeks. Okay, cool. Jaden Daniels then suffers a hamstring injury. You see him grimacing in pain on the field, and we miraculously dodged the bullet. Then he gets injured again, the worst of them all. This past weekend on Sunday Night Football, dislocates his elbow. Everybody's losing their shit. I'm losing my shit because I'm like, they just broke his arm. Holy, they just broke his arm.
I thought it was hamstring at first. The way he was, grimacing in pain, I was like, oh, it's his hamstring again. He blew his ACL.
Right, and we got some good news. It's no ligament damage. It's nothing broken or anything. It's just it's no fracture. It's just a clean dislocation. So I said all that to say we have dodged 3 bullets. It could be so much worse right now. Why risk him back out there at any point this year? So that's why, even though we know the season's over, I hope we lose to Detroit so then it can be no shot. Because that's the worst thing that can happen. We get 5-6, then we get to the bye week. It's going to be worse for us as fans because then again, like I said, we're going to start to do mathematic equations and how we can get in, how we can backdoor our way, and then it will be worse for them because they already showed you once they can't make a smart decision. You don't want to F it up twice, and then you put them out there a 4th time, and this time it's something that you can't come back from.
Yep. The 4th time would be something it ends his career. With the way because 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strike, now you're out. Like we're already like we said this I've said this last week. We said this Monday. I said this last night. Right now, Cam, what are we?
We keeping a buck right now. We ass. So
straight ass. 3-6 right now. There is no reason. And the only question we had coming out of Sunday, going into Monday, going into Tuesday, going into the bye week is, why? Was Jaden Daniels still out there to play? Why are we still doing that? And we had a whole deliberation last night, me, Tone, Grant, and Tim. Yes, does he need the reps? Yes, does he need the timing with every other wide receiver under the sun that's not injured? Yes. Does he need to actually get timing better with Cliff's offense because for whatever reason something else is not clicking? But to your point, if we take nothing but the rest of the season, all right, we end a 3-14 record. We have probably a top 5 pick because it's going to be the Saints, it's going to be the Jets, it's going to be the Browns. So that gets us to 4. I could see Arizona's on their way back. Yeah, so top 5 pick. We could easily trade out, or we stick and pick and get one of the get yourself a Caleb Downs, a TJ Parker, Jordan Tyson, a Cardinal Tate. But at the end of the day, this season's kind of already gone off a cliff. And I guarantee, and to your point, again, if we somehow win and we start winning against Detroit and we start winning against Miami, we are primarily going to come back here that Wednesday during the bye week and be like,
you done fucked up, that time.
Because now you gave the rest of us hope. Like you said, now you gave the rest of us ammunition to say, oh, this is why you put Jaden in the game. This is the reason why you keep us in the dogfight. But no. Wrap it up. Put a bow on it. Put it under the Christmas tree. Lights out. It's over. It should have been over.
Yeah. I really hope so. I mean, again, and I never root for my team to lose. And that's why it's going to suck. Because part of me is like, still have this ounce of, what if we pull off the upset?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I hate it here. I really do, bro. Like,
it could be worse, though. It could still be worse. We could be the Jets.
I would love to be the Jets right now. 3 first-round picks.
All right, then I'll do even one better. We could be the Saints.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, we could be in a better, worse situation if you talk about that. But then again, I think Kellen Moore is not that bad of a head coach. I'm not gonna lie.
He's not, but you'd be confident with Spencer. I could play Patrick Mahomes in a biography Rattler, or Spencer. I'm 40 years old, but really I'm a 26-year-old Shuck at quarterback.
I actually don't think he's bad. I think he's a product of his environment, but he has shown flashes. But that being said, we could be the Saints. We could be the Saints. We could be the Saints. And I guess that's the silver lining. But when that's your silver lining, what are we talking about, man?
Yeah.
It's a team that has Super Bowl aspirations in August. And now we're coping with the fact that we're settling with the fact that, hey, at least we're not the Saints. Oh man, how the mighty has fallen.
Hey, at least we're not the Browns. At least we're not the Titans. At least we're not the Jets. Oh, I forgot about the Titans. Yeah, we'll be top 5 pick. When you look, we're not giving up on the team or giving up on the season. There's a difference. Because at this point, what you can do is start putting the old guys on the bench, start putting the young guys on the field. If we fail with the young guys, at least we know what we have. But if we have good moments and good drives, then we can go into the offseason and be like, all right, we're going to keep Bennett sitting around long term because he's not actually trying to catch the ball. Jalen Lane should play, running back because he can carry, but he can't catch. Like, you got to start doing analyses of what you have on the roster. This is the time to do it.
Yeah, but they're not there yet. That's the issue that we're having.
Mm-hmm.
Fans are there. Fans are living in reality. Fans are like, okay, season is done. Well, let's start seeing some of these young guys. Do we have any time? People keep talking about Ben Simmons, and I was the biggest Ben Simmons fan coming out of there. I can give a hell about Ben Simmons. I want to see Kosin Yankov. How about that? That's somebody that showed me something. He should be back this week, at least according to the injury report.
Should.
That's somebody that showed me. I still have that pass that it wasn't Sam Hartman that threw it across the middle of the field against the Ravens. I still have that engraved in my brain. That's something that I have not seen Ben Sinnott do not once. So instead of giving me Ben Sinnott, let me get some Kosin Yankov in the lineup. Zach Ertz, you can sit down. John Beasley, we know what you are. You're a freaking beast. You can sit down. I want to see Kosin Yankov. I want to see Brandon Coleman. I want to see Chris Paul. I don't know if it's.
We keep seeing him, so.
Which I did not expect him to be this good. I don't know. He wasn't the best last week. I get that, but hell, I didn't expect to be able to go into 2036 and say Chris Paul is my starting left guard because I think we're fine. I think we're fine at left guard.
Yeah, he might not be the longest term answer, but if we go into next season with a much, with him still there, I'm not saying an O-line is, a top 5 need for us going into the offseason.
I feel that way now, honestly, though.
Yeah,
like with the healthy Laramie, with the healthy Chris Paul, with Tyler Biadasz, even though I know he hasn't had the strongest season like last year. Who really has? Jaden Daniels got this man a freaking Chunky's Campbell soup commercial. I just thought about that when I said his name.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Oh man, 5 does that.
Jerry can never.
But Tyler Biadasz on the right side, Sam Cosmi gets a full season under his belt, and then Connolly, I know a lot of people are down on him, but I'm not there yet. So offensive line, I think, is the least of my worries at this point. Again,
just everything else.
Yeah, we talk about seeing the young guys. I would love to see, obviously, Jordan McGee, Kane Madrano, Al Kaiho at this point. Safeties, I guess Daryl Wardley. He's an older veteran. I really don't care for him.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got to fill me in on some of the younger guys. That's slipping my mind at this point with safeties per se. I know our cornerbacks.
Safety, I think we're already thin as is with Will
Jeremy
Harris out. It's Owens, it's Worley, it's Quan.
Collins.
Yeah.
That's probably the one guy that I would love to see. But I've been seeing enough of not enough. I've been seeing a lot more of Tyler Owens this year, and
They have been.
not gonna say I'm not
There's much to be desired, but Ryu and I talked about him coming out of the draft or post draft last year. He is your prototypical safety. 6'2", 210, 4'4", 40, 42-inch vert. As he put it, I'm going to preemptively pause. He's got the length. He's got the girth. He just needs the coaching ability. That's why I preemptively did it, because I knew you were going to do that.
I mean, just saying girth. Like, you were fine up until you said girth.
Yeah.
Like, you were.
I was also quoting something, so I'm also off the hook for that. But like if I'm building a safety in my head, and the whole you got IQ, body, speed, I'll take a 6'2" safety. Give him 4.3 speed at 6'2". You're gonna kill somebody. Yeah. Problem is, he's always either on special teams or behind the ball.
Yeah,
it's part of the problem. So there's that. I want to see whether it's Carlin Vigors, but not really. I really want to see Darius Rush up here, just see what he can do, because Jones got a DPI last game. Igbenogany is a healthy scratch like every week. Like if Marshawn's out, this is the time to put Mikey back outside. You bring everyone on the inside. You bring up Rush. You let him do what you do, because once Mikey is in his actual natural spot, that's when we see him get on the ball and make plays. Every single time he's got an interception, it's not just a bad throw, because he's in his natural spot at outside corner. What is he every time he's getting cooked, beat, burnt, and decapitated? He's playing slider. He's playing on the inside.
Yeah,
like he was never a lockdown corner at Michigan. We all kind of knew that when we got him, but the tape said, no, he'll hit you and he'll take the ball away. Saban doesn't call him the best pound for pound player in that draft for no reason.
Yeah,
but hasn't been given him but a handful of chances to be that prospect.
God damn it, John. It sounded like you were in my brain there for a second, because I've been saying the same thing about Mikey Sanders. Like, he said it today in his press conference about Mikey Sanders. So how do you feel like he's been playing through this year? And he talked about his coveraging ability, or he talked about him over pursuing, over trying, doing too much. And I just don't think that's it. I think it's simply you have him in the wrong position. Mikey was never known to be a cover corner. Mikey Sanders still is Devin Witherspoon on crack. He is a playmaker. Get him around the football. You see, anytime he's like the only guy in our secondary that can make a play on the ball, it seems like. And I know he's been getting cooked, but did you really draft Mikey Sanders so he can go one-on-one with Jackson Smith and Jigba?
That's what you got Amos for.
Yes, right? You got Mikey so he can be in the slot, be around the football, go get the quarterback. Do you see? I guarantee you, if you give Mike McDonald Mikey Sanders still, he turns into an all-pro. Do you see what he does with Devin Witherspoon? Do you see what he does with your guy, Nick Emawari, who we were high on and thought we should have taken to have take with that
29th overall pick?
Like, it's all about the personnel. It's all about the coaching, I should say. Like, I am so sure that if Frozone was being used as a playmaker and being around the football and then being sent on blitzes and being used as I don't know if they do this, but like, let's say he was in the slot and he was used as like a spy or for one play or a bluff or a
cornerback blitz.
Yeah, or cornerback blitz. Like, you just got to be creative with him, man. And I think he's just suffering from that. Like, if you ask Mikey to just go out there, hey, Mikey, go play man coverage against Amon-Ra St. Oh, my God. What do you expect? Like, book Amon-Ra St. Brown for 2 touchdowns and probably 200 yards, because the amount of slants he's going to run on Sunday and be open by a mile is going to be insane.
It's not just him. It's going to be Jameson. It's going to be Isaac Tesla. It's going to be Jameer and Montgomery and Laporta. You were talking about putting the national position like I pontificated for. Is not Debo Samuel? Is Mike Sanderson in this defense what Ayuk was in San Fran? He's not the best guy in terms of route running, but when you need him to make a play, he'll make a play. But every time he's not in his natural position, he's getting burnt, strapped, and put in the dirt.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. It's a good thought. I don't really know.
Every other person in San Fran who's healthy, Pearsall, B-Rob, McCaffrey, Jake Tonges, Kendrick Bourne, they're all making plays. When Ayuk's healthy, he'll make plays, but he's not going to route you up like Marvin Harrison Jr. did on Deron Bland. And that was a thing of beauty. I will replay that on a 26 highlight package.
Yeah.
But part of the reason, no, let me back up. Again, another piece of the puzzle we talked about last night. Is it the coaching style or the players not coachable? Because
that's a good question.
Because Witt's kind of come out and said inadvertently he's had to dumb down the defensive playbook.
But would that be that would be on him then, right? Because
not necessarily. Yes, it is on him. But if the guys are understanding you but aren't performing like they're saying they are, that's on them. You and I could be coached up on how to run YouTube all day long. But if you actually have the bandwidth to do it, and I'm here once, twice a week doing it, you're obviously going to grow a hell of a lot faster, than I'm going to at the same amount of time. You could be here all day long and live stream. If I'm only here twice a week, there's obviously going to be a big difference.
I get that. So my response to that would be, you asked, are they not coachable, or what'd you say about him dumbing the playbook down, or him coming out having to say he has to dumb the playbook down? I don't think that's necessarily being uncoachable. I just think think about it from his perspective, their perspective. It's like last year we were having the same issues, if not worse. This year it's the same thing, and you have a crop of new players for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's the same issues. So at what point do you start to hold Joe Witt Jr. accountable to say, okay, yeah, he has to dumb down the playbook, but at what point do I sit back and look at my scheme and say, maybe it's too complex because I have 2 years of the same things, and for the most part, we have different players coming in, and we're still having the same struggles. So that's why I say I think it's more on him than the players, because I don't take Mikey Sammerstill as a guy that just isn't coachable, that doesn't get it. I don't take Marshawn Lattimore as a guy that's uncoachable and just doesn't get it. This is a former Pro Bowl corner that we're talking about here. You know what I mean? So I've got my crosshair solely on Joe Witt Jr. Again, I think you put a different defensive coordinator in there. I think, hell, people don't want to admit this because they love to say, oh, he wasn't that good in Dallas, blah, 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 even though we know he was. You give Dan Quinn the full control and let him put his defense in there, I'm sure it would be significantly better than what we're getting.
I mean, nothing says a lot of these aren't what Dallas did. Problem is when you have a killer by the name of Micah Parsons back there, it hides a lot of your flaws. That's the reason they just traded for Quinnen Williams. Like, you got rid of Micah, and you saw how god-awful this defense is. Well, Quinnen Williams, say what you want. You got Kenny Clark for the run. You get Quinnen Williams for the pass in terms of getting to the quarterback. Now they might be better. Philadelphia just got Jair Alexander. They got Michael Carter, the cornerback, and someone else, because clearly Quinyon, Adoree, and Keely Ringo aren't your answers. They traded for and now away John Mechie because clearly they weren't doing anything with him. But part of it is personnel. Like, injuries have ruined this defense. Will Harris, your 3 starting edge rushers, like Marshawn, yes, was not playing well, but he's also a starting corner, so that doesn't help things. But remember, what was it, week 2 or 3 of this whole new regime at practice, and you had players coming out reportedly saying they were being coached too hard. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And we all joked around saying, well, they've never had coaching like Witt and Dan Quinn. They've never had to really fight because Ron Rivera was like, good job. The new age Jason Garrett of like, good job, guys, and clap around.
Mm-hmm.
Is there could there be not necessarily being coached harder, but like they're just getting more complex game designs and it's not translating to the practice field, which means it's really not translating to the real NFL field.
That could be the issue. That's kind of what I just hinted at. Like,
yeah,
that's why I don't put it I don't put a lot of it on the personnel that we have, because I'm sure there's somebody out there, a young, innovative defensive coordinator. Like and this is probably more about him per se, but I even heard about the Cardinals defensive coordinator that's 32 years old. Like Walter Nolan in his debut destroyed, right? That defense looked much better. So maybe a lot of it has to do to us having a fossil at defensive coordinator. Like we need someone that's 34, that gets it, that's someone's defensive quality control coach, or someone that just is looking for opportunity. That's what I think. I do. I think we're constantly getting these older curmudgeons in here, whether it's Joe Witt, it's Jack Del Rio, it's Greg Minuski, it's Joe Burry,
Joe Witt ain't even that old, to be honest. He's only 47.
Joe Burry's only Joe Witt.
Joe Witt.
He's only 47, but he's been around for 20 plus years. He says he's been waiting for this opportunity for 17 years. But the point is, a lot of the most successful coaches on just period are barely 40. Okay. Mike McDonald, who, if we're talking just defensively, he's what, 30? I don't know. Let me look at his age right quick. Mike McDonald.
Who do you say, Mike McDonald?
Yeah, like he's what? He's 38. So he's, like I said, they're barely 40. He's 38. Yeah. He's been amazing since they've taken over that Seattle defense, right? So some of the best coaches are just younger, and that's where we need to be, man. That's where we need to be, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we can say that, but if we had a younger, DC and we were in the same position, we'd still be calling for Dan to take over play calling.
I don't know.
I'm saying if we were in the same position.
I don't know if that to be true, because I think you're more willing to give him benefit of the doubt due to him having his first year, him having his second year. Now, and to your point, maybe not, because you have Zach Orr in Baltimore and they're freaking out about him and calling for his job. So maybe not, but I think you would be more prone to give him a little bit more grace because he is a second year, 30-something-year-old defensive coordinator, opposed to Joe Witt Jr. Yeah, this is his first time being a defensive coordinator, but this isn't his first rodeo in terms of being coaching. A coach, he's been coaching for 17 years before getting this opportunity.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, injuries haven't helped his case, because obviously I'm sure some of the schemes he's had to throw out the window of not having an actual edge rusher, because you can't find Von Miller, you can't find Preston Smith. You sparingly see Jacob Martin, and now with Luvu being unsuspended, they have to put him at edge rusher because we have no one else on the roster. I say go get some guys on practice squad, but I'm not the coach or the GM.
Yeah.
So, but actually, let's talk about this, because we kind of touched on it last night on the live stream. Frankie Luvu was supposed to be suspended one game with the hip drop tackle. Jordan Brooks of all the Derek Brooks, I think Hall of Fame linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, was the hearing officer. He appeals the suspension. He still gives him a $100,000 fine, but better than losing $500,000. Were you actually hoping the suspension was not upheld, like it kept going, so we could see the young guys on the field? Or are you like, we need all the help we can get, Luvu or not?
No, see, Luvu is one of the guys that's a core piece of this team still, and he's relatively still kind of young in a sense. So he's like one of the few guys where if he was like 36, like Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz, he's like, yeah, nah, we don't need him. But he's a key piece of this. He's a part of the future, essentially what I'm saying. And I don't want no one to get suspended unless it's egregious. And after the first two, you feel me? The first two clips
Hip
and
drop.
whatnot,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like the one in Atlanta, I could kind of get with it and understand. The one versus Kansas City, I could get with it and understand. But then the Seattle one, I just had to. I was like, am I tripping? Check, because I was on live. I'm like, am I tripping?
Right.
Like, I don't really see it. Like, if this is the one that they're going to finally cut the straw on, this is really some BS, because the first two again are reasonable, are understandable, right? But that one, I don't really know. And someone made a funny in the comments and said, well, you know what he did to Jared Goff last year, so maybe this is the NFL trying to protect Jared Goff away from him. But then he appealed it, as he should have, because if it was like that, you know what I mean? If it was that, I should say, you have all right to. And then of course, right, like it has to do with the money too, because I think I saw something that was like he could get suspended one game or be subjected to like something about his 9 million salary. Like I think they could take something out of it or something like that. But
Something like take out an incentive or something, I'm sure.
yeah, so I'm happy because Frankie Lou was
Yeah.
a part of this future, and I'm glad he is not suspended. So kudos to him.
Yeah. I'm glad he's not suspended. Part of Commander's Twitter was like kind of hoping they had upheld it or kept him suspended only because this really would have given them credence of like, oh, we have to play McGee and Madrano now. Oh, we have to, elevate these guys. And I get that point. I also get the point of like, you haven't really seen Luvu outside of like the Caleb Williams hit. Like every time you see him, he's either getting broken his ankle's getting broken, someone's shedding his tackle, or he's in the big pileup. Like I don't even know if he has a sack up until now.
It's been rough for Luvu this year, man. And but you can make that case for everyone at this point.
You can.
If we're being honest. No one last year has carried over their success.
No.
Except for Jaden Daniels, and to the point, his has a limit. But a lot of his limitations aren't because of him. Like at this point, you just gotta chalk it up. It's just one of them seasons, man.
Yeah. Luvu right now has 50 total tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and 2 passes deflected. So tackles wise, he's on pace. Solo tackles wise, he's on pace. Sack wise, he's on pace for about 5. On pace for about 4 or 5 passes deflected. So like as a linebacker, that's still good. About 100 tackles, 50 or so of those are total solo tackles, 4 sacks or so is still good. But like coming up last year where he was a bona fide edge rusher, we were expecting better.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But again, that was the whole team. Reason why I put it in the title being what's next, and no, I'm not, Goldberg with who's next, is because what else can we do besides continue to elevate practice squad guys? Like, I'm kind of looking at the available free agents, and it's like Christian Wilkins. I'd give a stab at that just to see what, an actual talented veteran could do, across from Payne, since Newton is back and forth. There's Gabe Davis kind of still floating around. Zadarius Smith is retired, actually. Justin Simmons being a free safety is still floating around. I think Kendall Fuller's on the Detroit practice squad. Bring him back. Like, there's not talent, but there's names enough to where you could be like, he's better than insert the practice squad guy.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Like, I might, if Matt Gay is still more inconsistent, I might come in. Oh, wait, is he the Bills kicker? Maybe come in and give. No, so like I was about to say Matt Prater, but it says he's the Bills kicker.
Yeah, Tyler Bass, I believe, still on IR. He missed. Didn't he miss? I think he missed the kick versus the Chiefs on.
That makes sense.
Okay. Matt Prater, okay. Yeah, he's there because Tyler Bass has been out, I think, all year.
I got you. So Sport Track is just not up to date. Thank you very much. But like, I'd give a stab at Christian Wilkins. I'd give a stab at a Gabe Davis to come in across from like own company. I'd give a stab at Justin Simmons to rotate guys in and out. I'd give a stab to Kendall Fuller, see what a different veteran could do. I'd give a stab at.
Would you really though? Like at this point, I don't. If it's not younger talent, because you going out and getting a Kendall Fuller, you going out and get one of these veterans that does what exactly for you besides nothing in the future or nothing to, because like again, the season's done. So you go out and get a Kendall Fuller who probably won't be back next year. Like, what's the point? That's why people are saying go get an Asante Samuel Jr. For the love of God, I even heard Gabe Taylor, right? Like that's that's where we're at this point.
Could you the fan base?
Man, they would love. They probably sell out his jerseys,
dude. Because I had Gabe on during the offseason on BIB. That is like our greatest episode to date of BIB was with Gabe Taylor. And he was like, I had great talks with Coach Quinn and Coach Witt and Coach Norton and company. And nothing's come to fruition. Like, we follow him here at BIB. He stays in football shape. He stays connected with teams. He stays connected training. But no one's given a shot. And there is something behind the scenes that's clearly not clicking. And I need to know what it is, because he's got talent. He's got prototypical size, prototypical speed. And my only caveat to us not signing him immediately is the fans, the moment something goes wrong, they're going to go put Gabe in, but then they're going to hold him to the standard of, well, if he's not his brother, we don't want him. Like, bringing Gabe Taylor would be a double-edged sword.
Definitely, because they're not gonna. They don't want Gabe Taylor because of what he did at Rice. They don't want Gabe Taylor for Gabe Taylor. They want Gabe Taylor because this is Sean Taylor's brother.
The name on the back of his jersey.
Exactly. Newsflash: he's not Sean Taylor.
but no one even he said it, but no one can be. Sean was one of one. He's trying to make his own legacy while honoring the past, and I commend him for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all we kind of we all somewhat aspire to do that. He just would want to do it on a much bigger stage.
Yeah, and he quite frankly haven't been given an opportunity at this point. Why not, man? Why not? But
gotta do something. I'm glad you brought up Asante Samuel Jr. because it came across my Twitter desk 4 hours ago that Asante Samuel Jr. is A, medically cleared as of Monday, and B, is going to go to the Panthers, the Vikings, and I believe the Titans as all tryouts within these next 2 days or so. I believe those are the teams. Chicago was one of them. I take that back. But do we attempt to bring him in?
Yeah, but he probably wants to go to a contender, which I don't blame him. But then at the same point, it's like they'll probably be easy to cut. They'll probably be easy to cut him because they're like, we're already in a position to win. We don't necessarily need him. Opposed to him coming to Washington, where it's like, hey, look, I'm just looking for an opportunity to get my feet back wet, get an opportunity to play this, so put on film.
Yeah.
So if I'm Asante Samuel Jr., I would choose to come here just kind of I'm going to play. But I mean, if he wants to just go to somewhere where they're going to be competitive and win, I mean, Carolina wouldn't be bad because that defense is killing right now.
Oh yeah. So here's his full schedule from Jeremy Fowler. Today was the Panthers. Tomorrow are the Packers. Friday's Minnesota. Monday's San Fran. Tuesday's Chicago. Wednesday's Pittsburgh. He's doing east to west, back to the east, back to the west on a 4-day stretch. I don't envy his travel schedule, but I mean the Packers, the Niners, the Steelers, all are competing. The Panthers are back on the rise. The Vikings are getting back in the hunt.
Man, if that Vikings team could use him, if that is the JJ McCarthy that they're going to get from here on out, Brian Flores could do something with him if he's healthy.
Because I would believe it. I think it would be Asante with Harrison Smith, and I want to say Byron Murphy.
And Isaiah Rodgers.
Is this like a career resurgence for him or something? Because I swear he's making a play every week.
Yeah, I mean, he got fried versus the Eagles on A.J. Brown on the game-winning play. But for the most part, he has been He found a resurgence, I guess, or like So
or just a found youth.
maybe. Oh, he's out for the season. Oh shit. Tyler Bass, that is. I didn't know.
Okay,
I didn't know it was for the season though. I knew he was
that makes
hurt.
sense.
I was wondering. I was like for the whole year. I was like, where's Tyler? I knew they already said he was out, but I
Yeah.
didn't know the extent of the injury. But it says he's Tyler Bass is out for the season with a left hip/groin injury, which caused him to be placed on injury reserve before
Okay.
week 1. He has previously dealt with a pelvic injury during training camp. The team signed that, so he's been out the whole year since
That
training.
and honestly, for kickers, they kind of need that hip area to flex the leg as far as they do to kick. So that makes sense to keep him out.
The whole year though, so it has to be significant.
That's gonna be insane. Apex is saying, is 5 gonna be the worst quarterback of this draft because of injuries and availability? Dog, what are you on? The worst quarterback right now is Michael Penix Penis Jr.
I personally don't think so. Obviously, we know talent-wise, he's probably the best in the class. But if you're talking solely health, I mean, look, he sustained a rib injury. He sustained a knee injury. He sustained the hamstring injury. He sustained a elbow injury and a knee injury. So, play aside, we know he's the best. But health-wise, I'm just gonna chalk it up to it just being right on cue with the rest of this season. Like everyone is hurt, you know what I mean? So I don't have him continuing this. And yeah, man, I figured that because you talked about him being availability, not play. We know he's the most talented one in the class. My answer to that would be though is like he, for the most part, it's just freak injuries. Like it isn't nothing significant. That's why I hate the RG3 comparison because it's not that. It's just freak injuries. You're telling me you're running away from Micah Parsons or whoever was chasing him in week 2 and a knee injury happens, something of that nature happens when you're scrambling. You're telling me versus the Cowboys, you're standing in the pocket. I know it's collapsing or whatever may have you, and you get sacked and the hamstring comes out. Like we're dodging the bullet. Like we already spoken, John. You can clip that up probably if you want, and post it. We're dodging a bullet because all of his injuries seem to be coming out on the right side of him in terms of them not being worse. But I wouldn't say he's going to be the worst due to injuries and availability because I don't see this happening again in terms of 3 separate injuries in 1 year. And they're not going to allow that. Jaden Daniels is our treasure. He's literally our franchise. And Adam Peters is probably looking at this like we cannot let this happen again. So what does that mean? Get more talent around Jaden Daniels. I dare I say I think his injuries happen because he has no one. Had Terry McLaurin been out there, had Debo Samuel been out there, had Noah Brown been out there, I don't think these injuries happen. At least the last one, because he's been
at least the last one, yeah.
He was running for his life because he's like, bro, that's all I got. It's me and my legs and my arm. Well, not even my arm because I'm throwing to Treylon Burks.
Although it was a good comeback route by Burks. I'll give him credit on that one. It was a good comeback route.
It was good, but I mean,
but no, if we're talking the worst quarterback of this draft just purely because of injury and availability, the clear-cut answer is JJ McCarthy. He's already missed all of last year. He's already missed the first 6 or 6 of the 9 weeks already. Because he started week 1, started week 2, got hurt.
Oh, week 2,
and now he just came back.
Yeah, he got hurt versus Chicago, I believe.
Yeah. So now that's 17-5 is 22 games of a second-year quarterback. That's more than a lot of guys get in their career.
Yeah.
It's 25 games.
He's missed 22 games out of 2 seasons.
That right there is the worst of injuries. Next one you could say is Michael Penix because it took 7 games to get him going last season. He had to miss a game this season because of him getting injured.
So out of a possible 34 games, JJ McCarthy played in 12. If he missed all of last year,
which is 17 games.
well, not 12. My math could be wrong. Yeah, well, no. Yeah, he missed all of no. My math is all jacked up. You know what I did?
I was about to say, yeah.
I did 17 plus
games.
17, which is 34, and then I minused it by the 22 games that he missed. I'm sleepy, man. I don't fucking know. He was eligible to play in 34 games.
Yeah.
And he's only played in 7
roughly.
Yeah, out of 34 games,
Yep.
he's only played in 7 games.
And he's missed preseason too, you're right.
So that would probably be your answer.
Right there. Someone saying I saw Michael Peanut. Dude, here's the problem is the joke writes itself. You miss the X on the keyboard for the S, and the seamstress to be like, who bought a jersey?
Yeah.
It writes itself. Although the other joke is Atlanta now has another left-handed quarterback who's smaller frame named Michael who loves dogs. So I mean, take it what you will. But I agree with this statement. We got to get out of this damn stadium.
Yeah.
This field is in baseball because you're a baseball guy. Y'all have the field of dreams is what it's called, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Northwest and to a degree MetLife, the fields of death.
Field of nightmares.
Field of nightmares. You want an injury? Go to Northwest or go to MetLife.
We got to get out of that stadium, but we also I was so like geeked for the unis. I was like, hopefully they can become our permanent one day. I don't want to see them again. It's
we played like the Redskins.
It's too red skinny for me. And go figure, we actually play like the freaking Redskins wearing those jerseys. Like the most Redskins shit happened that night. We get blown out at home. We sustain an injury to our star quarterback. Seasons down
and
there,
corner and receiver,
like oh my god! So
man, poor Luke.
If anybody wants,
so well.
he was. I told you last week on the show that I was getting to the point where Luke was becoming a guy that I say, oh, I don't got to worry about Luke. He's gonna show up. That's where he was getting to, and something about that kick return I just didn't like. It felt too hard. Pause. Like it felt too impacty. Yeah, that was crazy. That was a good pause. But like if you watch the play over, you could just tell on impact that wasn't the norm. Like it felt too, I wouldn't say violent because it's football, but like it just felt too compact, like fast, quick.
He got I'm preempting just because of the comments. Some people might say this. He got overloaded way too quick and got taken down way too hard. There were 4 dudes on him that it took 4 dudes to take him down, and he landed on his shoulder, which then broke the collarbone.
Yeah.
So
it's rough, man.
It's rough out here. Gerald's saying, bro, Mariota, O-line, or are we toes? Hutchinson versus Connolly. I think Hutch. Is Hutch a right end or a left end?
He'll be on Connolly. He's a left end.
Okay. Then yeah.
He'll be on Connolly.
Hutchin's probably getting 2 sacks.
Just go ahead and warm up Josh Johnson at this point. you know, bro. You know Mariota's gonna, bro. Like I hate. Yeah. I don't want it to happen, but it's like, come on, bro. Mariota has never been a quarterback that's been able to play all 16, 17 games. The more he plays, the longer he's asked to play. Something's bad is going to happen, bro. And he has 8 weeks of this. Theoretically, unless they put Jaden Daniels back out there, which please don't do that. But,
Josh Johnson versus Quinn Ewers in week 11. Anybody?
Oh my God. Anybody that's going to that. I mean, I guess you'll enjoy it because you're still in Madrid, but it's like back in nice August,
here, dude.
Back in July, that was like the trip of dreams. Like
dreams.
Oh my God, I get to go to Madrid and see my Commanders play. Jaden Daniels play overseas, JD Cinco, whatever the trend was going to be. And now it's like that's became like an afterthought of the trip. The main attraction was that, or the main reason to go was that. Now this is like, I guess we'll go.
I mean, can I interest you in a Sam Hartman versus a Zach Wilson blowout?
Like, that is
That
so.
Dolphins game, I think, is going to be the only remaining game this season that is not an absolute blowout because both our teams absolutely suck.
Why? And like that's the thing. I was so happy for this 9 a.m. game. We haven't played a 9 a.m. game since Dustin Hopkins freaking sold in the Bengals game in 2016. I've been waiting for an overseas game. We finally get one, and this is the result. Hi.
The football gods really said, nah, y'all want a nice afternoon, a nice morning game. Y'all want the sun shining on Sunday morning?
These motherfuckers are crazy.
Absolutely not. Y'all really thought y'all had a chance to have a good, nice season?
Stop it. Get some help.
It's Washington.
We're Washington, man. We used all our goodwill last year, apparently.
Really did.
All of our good karma. We used it last year because now we're back to being reality. Back to life, back to reality, I guess.
I guess we used up all of our lucky charms, and now we're looking like
I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money.
So we look like now.
We're broken, literally.
Literally, physically, mentally, spirit, like broken. I can't tell if you're clowning us now. Y'all really thought you're gonna back-to-back 10. The hype we thought. I think part of some of us deep down said it's an 8-win squad, but
you couldn't get me to believe this was an 8-win squad with Jaden Daniels out there healthy based off of the year he was having last year and the projected offense of Jaden, Debo, Terry, Noah, and Laramie Tunsil, the hype of Bill. Like you couldn't have had me believing that this was an 8-win team. Marshawn Lattimore says he feels better. Trey Amos is supposed to be a shutdown rookie corner. Mikey Sammerstill was the defensive version of Jaden Daniels. Will Harris is supposed to be an upgrade over Jeremy Chin. Interiorly, we got better with getting Javon Kinlaw. We got gashed in the run. We were supposed to be able to stop the run. Dietrich Weiss was supposed to be a guy on the end that can have some size and John's word girth. It just fell apart, man. That's why part of me, like, I'm upset with Adam Peters. I'm upset with how things have gone, but at the same time, we never got a fair shot, man. All the acquisitions he made, we have not been able to get to see him because it's like, even though we are going to criticize and rightfully so, Adam Peters put together a plan that he felt like was good enough, and we didn't get to see it. Like, we didn't get to see Terry and Debo and Jaden and Noah on the field. We didn't get to see what Dietrich Wise could have been for this pass rush, or Dorrance Armstrong for the whole season again, or, for that matter, Will Harris could have been a change for this secondary. Like, we just didn't get to see it, man. And we got robbed, and it's unfortunate.
Because I remember watching, I forget where Lake was. I don't know if it was on our show, if he was on your show, Rio's show, Reedy and Z. I forget where he was. Actually, no, I think he was on my show. And he said this could be a 13-win season. I looked at him, and he gave me the look of like,
Did I stutter?
This is a 13-win game or 13-win team. And I went, I felt high saying 11-6, 12-5, run it back. 13 wins. If we get 13 wins, it might be the greatest season we've ever had. And now we'll be lucky if we get 5. We'll be lucky if we can tie Booker T's WCW world title record and have 5. The damn shame.
It is, man. But
just this season has us looking like.
Yeah, it does. But that being said, it just sucks because we're in for such a long journey because we still have 8 weeks of this. And then we have to sit through 6-7 months.
The off season.
And then at some point, training camp's going to get repetitive, and then at some point, the preseason's going to get repetitive, and it's like, God.
Yep.
I wait all my life for this year, for this time of year, for it. Like I hate being an NFL fan, man. I do because like I don't care about any other sport as much as I care about this, and this is the one sport that I have to treat like it's gold because I barely get it. This is the only sport where you spend more time often on.
Yeah.
I love baseball, but to hell, I don't watch the Nationals play in June. I still got 68 games I can catch because between July and August and September, like to hell with the NBA. You know what I mean? Comparing it to the NFL. So what? I don't watch a marquee matchup on the NBA in December or right now. I'll catch it in January, February around playoff time because they play 80 games. To hell with the Capitals right now, and I can watch them in a postseason when it's just so much you can do in the NFL, man. You have to take every week like you don't know if like it's its last because our season's fucking over and we wait all this time.
Yep. What sucks the worst we're gonna have is top 5 pick and brilliant draft picks. If we have a true top 5 pick,
trade back.
We best trade back. You're hearing this already. Washington needs ... draft. Wide receiver, linebacker, safety. Who else? Corner, edge, defensive interior. Because the Sheldon Days of the world you can't keep bringing back. I will starting in the bye week. I already have something planned in terms of the draft because Juan, you started this on Monday talking about I got to get my draft cover started now. So I'm starting something. Come the bye week, it's the BIB Draft HQ. We're getting started early this year because it's already 3-6. We'll be 3-8 by the time the bye week starts. I got scouting reports to do, so y'all stay tuned on BIB for Draft HQ. But I will not go down my draft rabbit hole right now because this is not the time, literally the time or the place to do so. But Gerald, you subscribe to BIB and you will see more coming soon.
That is your man for any draft content. Unfortunately, or fortunately for him, he gets to start it. He gets to start it months early. So while everyone else is sad about this season, John is quite frankly happy inside. He may not be showing it now, but
no, not at all.
Off air, he is happy, and he has Mel Kiper Jr. documentary on his TV because that's his idol.
If that is a true thing, I will refuse to watch that. Refuse. Because it'll just be highlights of him being wrong. Shedeur Sanders should be the top 5 pick. Top 150th, maybe. No, because he went like 166. No. No, I now have to truly watch college football. So maybe I can watch a game, highlight a few players, and call it a day. Now I got to watch film. Y'all making me watch film out here. Ugh.
Hey, it's probably more entertaining than watching this crap at this point. But that being said, though, I'm gonna go to sleep, John. I'm sad.
I don't blame you.
Every time I talk about this team, it's like when I don't talk about them or when I try not to think about them, which is rare because it's as soon as I open my phone, it's the first thing I see. I'm okay. I'm coping. I'm healing. It's like breaking up. It's like breaking up it's like when you're first breaking up with somebody. You try your best to not think about it, and you feel you have them burst throughout the day where you feel like I'm fine, I'm shaking back, and then it's like nighttime creeps in and they start crossing your mind. In this case, we're talking about them, and it just makes the womb open up again. My heart is hurting. I'm sad. I'm depressed, and I'm gonna go to sleep thinking about why the hell our season's over in November.
Yeah,
this
so at
was
least you're talking about
it, huh?
At least you're talking about it and not doing what we normally are taught to do, and is keep that pushed down on our insides and just put on the happy face. So at least you're getting it out of your system.
It's not making it any better.
I didn't say it was supposed to make it feel better. I'm just saying.
I thought it would, but it won't. You want to know why? Because this was supposed to be a week. We're supposed to be talking about Detroit, man. This is supposed to be 7-1 Washington right now. 6-2 Washington versus undefeated Detroit. Or for God's sake, they're where they're at. This is supposed to be one of those games.
And they have motivation too, they already said.
Instead, we're about to watch us get slaughtered,
man. But Juan is right. It's time to get up out of here, guys. If you're here watching on the Bernie Breakdown channel, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to draw and grow this individual channel out so we don't have to put it on our individual channels. So if you're watching here on TBB, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button because it circulates us in the YouTube algorithm. That's how we get shown more and more fans, whether it's the clip outs, whether it's the reels, whether it's these live streams that we've done now twice this week and gone on for the same amount of time. You can follow me at the Ball and Bernie podcast. You can follow Juan at Juan Guy Talking Sports. You can follow at Reedy and Z. All those links down in the description. And y'all see all our logos on the side of our our box. You can screenshot that, put in your YouTube algorithm, and reverse search that. But hit that subscribe button on TBB. Grow out this page. Hit that like button. And tell us in the comments where you are on this at this rate. What should we do next as Washington Commanders? Should we go out to the bar and start drinking, or should we have hope in this team? Because I already know what we're going to do, or at least what Juan's going to do, and that's put ourselves to sleep.
Yep, I don't drink, so I'll have to find.
Neither do
I envy people that drink at this point, because at least you have something that you can cope with. Right now, I just have to just raw dog it, man. I don't know. I have no fix. I have nothing that I can just
open grilled chicken and rice.
Yeah, I can't. Right, that's all I can do. I have nothing I can just distract myself with.
So just start taking some creatine or something.
I already do that. It's right here. And you know what?
It's empty.
It's empty, man. So,
man,
Gerald P, I love you, man. I wish everyone was like you, Gerald P. But
I do too.
We didn't give up on the team. We gave up on this season. If they go out and beat Detroit, I'm going to be pissed, because then you're roping me back in, and now I'm starting doing math. Gym. Oh, we can beat this, and we can do it. Just end my misery, man, please. But
if we beat Detroit, it is the ultimate case of gaslighting.
Literally, manipulation, gaslighting. Like, that's all they're gonna do. That's all they're gonna do if you somehow squeak out against the Triggers. Then all you're gonna hear is, well, if we're 4-6, if we go, was it Madrid after that? If we beat Miami and Madrid, what you look, Washington's 5-6 going into the bye week, they're getting healthy. Jaden Daniels could be back. I don't want to go through that. Just end my misery, man. Because that's the worst thing that can happen. You want to know? Yeah. Sorry to go on a tangent, but we're gonna get out of here. That's the worst thing that literally can happen. We'll be Ron Rivera all over again. You're not good enough to win a Super Bowl, but you're not bad enough to draft a game-changing player or trade back and get a haul. Because then if you go on a late season run and you end up with 9, 8, 10, 7 wins, somewhere in there, you're picking middle of the pack. And that is nowhere for a team like us at this point. We'd either be really good
or really bad.
But
if we're either drafting the final 5 or the top 5. If we're drafting at 15 again or 16 again, I refuse. I don't know what I would do if we got to 16.
Yeah, but all right.
You gotta get out of here, guys. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. It's been John and Juan, Double J's, for tonight on Wednesday nights. We'll see y'all next week. We out.
Peace.